I'd like to spend a couple of minutes talking about the marriage of food and wine. I love cooking with wine. Occasionally I add food. Food and wine, like life itself, is a balancing act. Balance can be achieved rather like a marriage by pairing similar or contrasting flavours. Try a lightly sweet white wine with very spicy food, or pair a high acid wine with a high acid dish. Acidity will neutralise acidity. An example would be to drink a youthful Chablis or a dry Riesling from Germany, both wines with high crisp acidity, with raw smoked salmon, which is also high in acids. The acids in the fish and the wine will blend together in a sizzling piquancy, which is a delight to the taste buds. Spice and heat in food clashes with high alcohol. For spicy dishes, look for wines with little or no oak and lower alcohol. Lighter red wines with more marked acidity, such as Pinot Noir, go very well with fish. A better rule would be white with light and red with rich. Lighter meat, such as chicken and pork, will go well with heavier white wines, such as Viognier and oaked Chardonnay. Preparation and sauce are more important than what is being cooked, though. So if pork is put in a honey and mustard sauce, the weight of the wine will need to be heavier and spicier to cope with the sauce. Another principle of matching food and wine is to match the flavour of the wine with the flavour of the food. An example would be a mature New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc coupled with asparagus. As the Sauvignon Blanc grape ages, its flavour profile moves from intense gooseberry fruit to literally tasting and smelling of asparagus. On the other hand, the grapefruit citrus flavours found in youthful Old World Sauvignon Blanc goes with fish for the same reason that lemon goes with fish. The flavours match each other. A cool climate, high-acid grape variety such as Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling or an unoaked, lean, crisp Chardonnay blend beautifully with fish in a rich, creamy cheese sauce. The principle is crisp acidity cutting through the oiliness and enhancing the texture of richness and fattiness in the sauce. The result is completely harmonious. Richness in a dish can also be matched with a rich wine. The wine should be full in flavour so as not to taste lean in the mouth. A rich coq au vin would go beautifully with a rich, powerful Rhône blend, for example, like a Châteauneuf du Pape or a Gigondas. It's worth matching generally the intensity of flavour in the food to the weight or body of the wine. A heavy, alcoholic wine will not work with a delicate dish. If the food is delicate, choose a lighter or more elegant wine. The tannins in red wines need to be handled carefully. On their own, tannins make themselves known in the mouth by the roughness on the back of your teeth or a puckering sensation on the inside of your cheeks. Younger wines made from Cabernet Sauvignon tend to demonstrate this clearly. Tannic wines should not be drunk on their own. The chewy texture of the meat, however, of meat in general, complements that rough taste of tannins, and that taken together is a delight. Tannins will fight with salty dishes and can taste bitter. Sweetness should be considered carefully when pairing wines with food. Sweet foods make dry red or white wine taste bitter, unpleasantly lean and acidic. This is why you should always finish your dry wine from the main course before you start pudding. This will also give you the chance to move on to a sweet wine to go with a sweet pudding itself, which for me always enhances and adds something special to a dinner party. Food and wine styles in any given region have usually evolved to complement each other. The strong but subtle flavours of Italian food blend with Italian wine. Good French wines have a finesse that complements the elegance of French cuisine. Equally, food culture in regions which are close to the sea tend unsurprisingly to focus more on fish, and the wines of the local area have evolved to complement that style of food. Inland regions, where historically it was impossible to transport fresh fish, have developed gastronomy that is more in tune with meat and red wines. This is why it's always preferable to ask when eating in a restaurant in a wine region, what is the local food speciality which is recommended, and what is the recommended local wine to go with this dish? I've been surprised on many occasions whilst exploring wine regions that the mix of local food and wine is a perfect match, which I would probably not have considered myself. This is Graham Mitchell, the wine explorer, in a glass of his own.